Hey everyone, welcome to the 29 Days of Melanated Excellence, day 23. And the topic of today's video is about witchcraft and Christianity. So I always try to talk about my personal path and my cultural practices, which I grew up in like various different paths. So I have family and I have been taught and mentored in Espiritismo Criollo. I have been mentored and taught in Santeria. I have been mentored and taught in Voodoo, Haitian Voodoo to be exact. And I have been mentored and grown into Conjure Hoodoo, which are all different paths, okay? And things of that nature. I have practiced each and every one of them, things like that. Right now, I am a root worker and a voodoo sant mostly. Those are the paths that I follow. But each of the paths that I was in was a stepping stone until I came into the path that I'm currently in now. And you know, it's all about evolution. But no matter what path I went into, so in Espiritismo, there are Christian prayers that are said. There's a lot of Catholicism and Catholic influences in Espiritismo Criollo. In Hoodoo and Conjure, there's a lot of Protestant elements. In some areas, depending if they were exposed to Catholicism, there are some Catholic. That's like Louisiana voodoo is an infusion of hoodoo and voodoo, New Orleans voodoo. So voodoo hoodoo in Louisiana. My goodness, I cannot talk. You could tell it's late at night. But despite that, what they have in common again is they do venerate and honor the saints, and they are heavily using the Bible and Christian, are synchronized with the spirits and things of that nature. And before that, in Santeria literally means saint veneration. The Orishas are infused with the Santos, with the saints. Okay. In Haitian Voodoo, the Loas are synchronized with the saints. So for a lot of Afro-Caribbean people of these paths, and there's several other Afro-Caribbean religions, okay, there's a heavily, like I said, Christian influences, because I talked about this several times on my channel. A lot of it had to do with colonization and slavery and infusing the saints and the spirits with the saints in order to serve their spirits without retribution. Now, you might say to yourself, but that was then. Now we don't have an excuse. We can openly serve the Loas and the Orishas and things like that. To some people, yes, that's true. They can openly serve these spirits, and to some people, they cannot. A lot for the people that can, it's more of a homage to the ancestors because they paved the way, and this is how they were able to serve their spirits and things of that nature. So, continuing to practice in the way that they practice, it's a sign of veneration and respect and homage, because like they always say, we stand on the shoulders of our ancestors, right? Some people choose to separate from that, but what I always say, if you're gonna say you work conjure, you work with hoodoo, it was founded on Black Christianity. So without the Bible, it's not really Haitian voodoo. Without the Bible, it's not really hoodoo. Without the Bible, it's not really Santeria. You know, so these, like I said, this is the way that the ancestors found to continue their religious practices. They created their own religions through the oppression of our people. So this is what the legacy they left behind for us. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I go to Catholic church. I use holy water in my practice. I heavily use the books in the Bible in my magical practices. There are herbs that are mentioned in the Bible that I use. okay, for spiritual cleansings. There are spells that have been created around the Bible, you know. So to me, Christianity and witchcraft have always gone hand in hand, whereas for others, not so much. And that's perfectly fine, because in a spiritual community, there's room for everybody. A lot of people come to me because they're just getting out of Christianity, and they get so excited when they're able to still use Jesus, like serve Jesus and serve God, and things of that nature, and work with the ancestors, which are the Loas and the Orishas and our blood ancestors and things of that nature. They get excited because they get to still go to church on Sundays and practice root work and conjure Monday through Saturday, and practice Haitian voodoo and practice Santeria 6 days a week. And I've seen people when I was growing up with the lenques, you know, and they would go to church, and I'm gonna be honest, there's times I had a lenque and I put it in holy water in the church, or I've had even a priest pray over it. So to us, that's just the way we do it, you know what I mean? And there really isn't a separation. It's just whatever works, you know. They're okay. In Haitian voodoo, there's even influences of Freemasonry, Freemasons. Thank you. There's Freemason influences in certain Afro-Caribbean religious practices. There's some Muslim influences as well, because you have to remember too, there were Christians, you know, in Africa. They're actually finding archaeological evidence that before the Roman Catholic Church, there was already a church in Ethiopia that was Catholic, that is being refused to be recognized with the regular Roman Catholic Church. So they have artifacts and stuff that predate the things they have in Rome. So, you know, Louis Gates Jr. did a documentary about it. So it's just very interesting to literally still be able to infuse our beliefs into witchcraft, like I said, because they had a different way they practice Catholicism in Africa, in Ethiopia, and things of that nature. There were also Muslims. There was a lot of Muslim people that came. They were African Muslims. They were already Muslim, and they came into the New World. And then there was those that practiced Ifa, right, and practice African voodoo. So there was various ancestors of ours that practiced various things. So we were not just introduced to Christianity in the New World and in various parts of the Caribbean. There were parts of Africa, Ethiopia, that already were practicing Christianity. So just wanted to throw that out there. So again, witchcraft and Christianity can go hand in hand. It's that for me. I did practice before getting back into my cultural practices. I did separate from anything that was Christian. I did heavily angels, and then I went into kind of separating myself from Christianity. And I did have positive experience, but there was a part of me that it just didn't resonate with me. Like, I missed my Catholic prayers, my rosary, my Bible, reading the word, going to church, having that community. So I was able to go back into my cultural practices and go to church on Sunday and practice witchcraft 6 days a week. And that works for me. So yeah, I just wanted to share that. And if you want to work with me on a one-on-one basis, shamanic@workpriestess.com. And thank you so much for watching this video. And I want to leave you guys with one side note. In the same way that they use Christianity to oppress us, remember, a lot of civil rights meetings happened in the Black church. Martin Luther King was Reverend Dr. King. He was a man of God, a reverend, and Malcolm X was someone who practiced Abrahamic religions as well, and he was a Muslim. So that's all I wanted to say about that. So let's remember that in the same way that it may have pressed us, people use Christianity and certain civil rights movements to liberate the very people that they tried to use to the religion and the people they tried to oppress with said religion. You know, does it have its negative aspects? Yes, every spiritual path does. But much love, much light, much blessings. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. And until the next video, bye.